Hi, everybody. I'm Barbie. We're going to do a reformer workout today. We're going to be using a blue ball and some weights. We have quite a variety in the studio, so don't pick too heavy. Maybe keep it on the lower end. I'm going to choose fives, and then I'm also going to grab my ball. So we're going to use the blue one, and I'm going to grab those fives. Let's just set that ball down to the side to begin. I have 3 reds and a blue on today, which is pretty heavy. You could do 3 reds. You could also do 2 reds and a blue if that was more your preference. So I'm going to start with my headrest flat. You're welcome to have it up. We're going to grab those weights and go ahead and lay down. Let's start with the heels on the foot bar. We're going to have about hip distance apart, or about a hand's width. We're going to go ahead and set those shoulders down heavy, and those lower backs are just barely lifted off the mat. So you're in your natural neutral spine. We're going to bend those elbows right next to the rib cage. Chest is open. We're going to start with our inhale. When we exhale, we're going to press up with the weights and out with the legs, and down and in, and press. Try to keep the pace nice and smooth. Inhale as you bend, exhale as you press. Good. We're going to feel those springs as we bend in. We don't want to ride them. We want to keep working through the release of the carriage. Inhale, exhale, 5. Chest is nice and wide, 4, 3. Shoulders stay down, 2. We're going to stop at the halfway point, elbows and knees bent, and press pulse. Keep the hips nice and heavy. It's easy to let the butt tuck here. Try to keep that pelvis down on that carriage. 8. Inhale, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out. Reach the arms and the legs, stretch, nice job, and come back in. Good. Toes will start on, all 10 toes, same place, about a hand's width apart. We'll start with those weights sitting by your ears. Elbows are drawn into the center, and you're feeling heaviness through the chest and pelvis. Inhale, press out, exhale. Inhale in, and exhale. And you're going to try not to slam your machine just like the teacher did. So try to stay nice and smooth. Resist those springs. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Keep those elbows pointed right up to the ceiling. 4. Hips stay nice and heavy as before. 3, 2, and hold this one out. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Lower the heels down. Lower the weights by your ears just like you've been doing. And lift, lift. Lower, lower, lift. Keep those elbows pointed up. Ribs are heavy. Lower back is just still slightly lifted. 7. Bend and straighten. 6. Heels down and up. 5. We're still breathing. Relaxing through that neck. Chest is soft. 2. We've got 1. Elbows come down. You can relax the arms. We're going to run in place. One heel goes down as the other knee bends. Really let that heel stretch under. Releasing. And 4. And 3. And 2. And let's hold. So hold this one. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg, all the way down the heel. Take a breath and then rise up, change. So one knee is bent, one leg is straight. Take a breath. Lift and let both heels go under. Now we're going to bend those arms. We're going to lift those heels, come in halfway. And we're going to drop the heels and lift the weights, and vice versa. When the heels are up, the elbows come down. 8. We're going to hold that chair position. 7. Carriage won't move. 6. 5. If you want more intensity, press out a little bit more. 3. Keep those knees soft. 2. 1. Reach up and straighten out. And come on in. Very nice, you guys. Good. Okay, we're going to step heels wide. Scoot away from those shoulder pads maybe a little bit if you're starting to feel like you're sliding into them. We're going to start with the palms facing the ceiling. Elbows are bent. Chest is open. Inhale. We're going to press up and out. And down. Elbows drop. Down towards your frame. And then you're going to reach over your chest as you press the legs straight. So pressing out, reaching those arms up and over the chest, legs extend. 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to stop halfway. Pause. Elbows are really bent, so hands are wide. punch up. So your hands should almost be as open as your knees. 7, 6, again, further out is harder. Probably figuring that out. 2, all the way up, reach long and long, and let's come down and in. One last thing with those weights in the hands. We're gonna go toes wide. We're gonna rotate, so now the palms are facing your foot bar, palms face the feet. Take a breath. Ankles are lifted, all 10 toes on the foot bar as wide as they can go, and press up and over the chest again. Inhale down. And 8. Hips are pressing into that carriage. 7. Chest is soft and relaxed. Well, center of the chest anyway. Should be using some of those chest muscles to press up and over the chest for 4. And 3. Shoulders are heavy on the back. 2. And halfway in, pause it, little presses. Press, lift those heels about halfway. They don't have to be all the way into those stiletto positions. 6, 5, smooth. 4, 2, we should be feeling some legs reach. And come on home, you guys, good. We're gonna go ahead and put the heels back into center. If your head rest is up, go ahead and set it down. Watch your hair. We're gonna put those weights on the lower belly. All right. If at any time you find the weights too intense, you can either pick up a new pair of lighter weights, or you can just skip the weights altogether. So we're gonna bridge. We're gonna have heels about the width of our hips, and we're gonna relax those shoulders. Take a breath, pull those weights into your lower belly, and we're gonna roll up into our bridge position, and down, lift up. If you want more intensity, you could push it down on those weights, making it harder to lift the hips, pulling those abs in. Really lift that pubic bone and really curl that tailbone up for 6, 5, 4. Keep pulling the carriage towards the heels, so hips to heels. 2, hold this one up, little up, up. 8, carriage in. 7, as best you can. 6, 5, soften that chest a little. 3, 2, hips up, hold it, and then soften through your chest, roll down from your chest, ribs, lower back, and pelvis. Good. Okay, toes on, right where the heels were. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Inhale, roll up, exhale. Keep those knees nice and even. They're not gonna splay open. We're gonna, again, tilt down, up. And we're holding the carriage in as best we can, which may not be all the way in, and that's okay. Inhale, exhale, 7 and 6. Really lift that tailbone. Get those hips up as high as you can. Abs in. 4. Knees are nice and even. 3. We're going to hold this one up and down, up. 8, little pulse. 7, maybe press down on those weights, maybe not. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift and hold. Inhale. Roll it down. And release. Okay, we're almost done. We're going to set those heels on the foot bar, original position. Now we're going to use one leg. Now, if single leg feels a little intense, you can always set your foot into the left toe, right heel position on this one. But let's do that. The left toes, right heel. You can decide if you want to advance this. Inhale, curl the tailbone, peel up. Let's start with a down and up. Now, if you want to advance this, you're going to bring that left foot off the foot bar, cross it over that right knee. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold it, roll down slowly. All right, very nice. So left heel, right toes. Breathe to prepare. Exhale to roll it up. Again, knees are nice and even. Let's start down and up. If you're advancing, bring that right foot off. We're going to go 8. Hips are nice and level. 7. Shoulders are nice and even. 5, 4, 3. Always can lose those weights. Hips up, hold it, and then roll down slow. And now we are for sure going to lose those weights. So let's put those weights down on the ground. We're going to draw those knees up into the chest. Kind of rock side to side a little bit. Now we're going to take a nice inhale. We're going to see if we can do a little roll up here. So we're gonna do a little roll like the ball. So we're gonna draw the knees in and curl up, see if we can come up. And if not, you can press yourself up. We're gonna change springs. So we're gonna go down to one red and either a blue or a yellow. If you're a new student, you might just wanna do that red spring only. So we're gonna grab the ball. We're gonna use it. Just a second. Headrests are welcome to come back up. We're gonna press out. Let's bring that ball behind the left leg and just flex and point that foot. Flex and point. And we're going to circle. And other way, circle. Ankles rotating, rotating. Press the heel up. Good. Bring that leg in a little closer. Get those hips heavier. And then come on in. Good. We're going to put the ball behind the right leg. Left toes press you out, or left heel. It doesn't matter. We're going to press out. And we're going to reach up through that leg. Flex, point. Flex and circle the ankle. Good. And let's rotate in the other direction, circle. And then press that heel up, really stretch. Maybe bring the ball up a little higher. Breathe. And let's release it down. Very good, you guys. Okay, let's go ball between. Let's do ankles to start. With the ball at the ankles, it's a little more challenge. You may want it at the knees. It makes it a little bit less intense. We're going to grab our straps. So that ball is either at the knees or the ankles. We're going to make sure we stay in our neutral spine. So pelvis is heavy. We don't want to tuck. We don't want to smash that lower back. The only time we might want to tuck is if we're feeling it in our lower back and we really want to encourage those lower abs to engage. So arms are up, tension in those ropes. Knees lift up to that tabletop position. So we're right over the pubic bone. Knees are level with the floor. Take a breath. Arms start moving. Head lifts, chest lifts. And then the legs are going to extend out to that spot we call our point of control. Nice and tight with the tummy, not feeling it in the back. And reverse knees in, arms up, inhale. Exhale all the way out to that ball, guys. Squeeze it. Inhale, lay back. So see if you can feel the breath on those toes. Sink those lower abs in without tucking the tailbone. And reverse. Lift the head, neck, chest. Squeeze out those legs. Arms move up and they stop with tension in the straps. Let's go 3. And 2, exhale. Blow on those toes. We are holding the next one out. Arms are to the foot bar. Legs are out to the foot bar. Squeeze that ball. 10, 9, chest up. 8, 7. Press those hands if your neck is tired. Put your head down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Arms up and relax. Very nice. Good start. Okay, let's everybody move the ball to the knees. We're going to go arms up to a T. Now, keeping your knees bent is going to be a little less intense. So, straight legs is going to be much more challenging. So I'm going to give you choices today. We're going to start with that tabletop. Arms are out to that T, tension in the straps. Breathe. We're going to pull to the hips, lift your chest. You can even press down in your hands. You're going to do a little tuck as you squeeze the ball, and then you're going to open. Pull, lift, chest to knees, and then squeeze and tuck. And I'm going to show the advancement. So we're going to pull in, straighten the legs, curl. Now as the arms go out, the legs lower. Lower back doesn't lift. You can still do this at tabletop. Tight, tight, tight ball between those knees. 4. Keep the tension in the straps. Lift head, neck, and shoulders, tailbone. 3. Keep that lower belly tight as the legs go down. 2. Now hold it here. If your neck is tired, put your head down. Tilt up, squeeze, squeeze. 4. Maybe you're doing it here. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Very good. We have one more with that ball where it is. Okay. Left arm out to the side of the room. Your right arm is straight up above the shoulder. We're going to keep both shoulders evenly weighted. Knees tabletop. Deep breath. Pull to your hips, lift your chest. Legs out, squeeze. Same side. So the left arm goes back to the side, right arm comes right above the shoulder. Down to the hips, extend and squeeze. Inhale. 4. Inhale. Feel that lower belly sink in as your inner thigh squeeze that ball, your lower belly squeezes in. 3. Keep that pelvis heavy. 2. We got one more. We're going to hold it here, legs out, chest up. Maybe your head is down, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. If you found that it's too heavy on their springs, go ahead, drop them down. We're going to drop it down in just a minute anyway. So left arm straight up, right arm out to that side wall or out to that T position. Deep breath. Get that left shoulder to sink into that mat. Tabletop legs, inhale. Pull to your hips, chest rises, legs extend, squeeze. We're going to lay back. So if this feels like I'm moving really slow, I'm talking really slow, sometimes it's actually harder when we move a little bit more deliberately, a little bit slower. Reach 3. And when we pause with those legs out and the abs tight and the ball tight, that's even more work. 2 more. 2. We're going to finish holding those legs out, chest up, squeeze that ball. 10 or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend and release. Good, you guys. Let's take that ball to the side. Try to tuck it under that frame if those weights aren't in the way. We can grab the long loops, arms T, and let those knees rotate away to one side. Nice inhales and exhales. Feeling that stretch in the back, maybe the front of the chest, maybe the hip. Good, deep breath. And then roll with an exhale to the knees center and over to the other side. Maybe you're gazing away from the knees. Nice inhales and exhales. Good. And we're going to roll those knees center with our exhale. We're going to go ahead, peg those loops. Again, we're going to roll back up. And we're just going to change it to one red spring. Now, if you're very light in your own body weight, I recommend a blue and a yellow. Or if you're on the shorter side, one red should be good for most people. This is less is more, so we want it a little bit lighter. So let's go ahead and lay back down. Okay, so we're going to pick up our ball and we're going to put it right between, well, let's hold it. We're going to press out. We're going to grab our long loops. We're going to put the feet in. So I'm going to put the arch of that right foot in, switch the ball into the other hand or maybe grab it. And then let's put both loops on. So we have that light spring on, either one or a blue yellow, which is a 3/4 setting. We're going to put that ball to the knees. Make sure we can give it some tension. We want to make sure it's smushed between those knees. So we're going to go tabletop again. All right. Relax those shoulders. Make sure you're centered. We're going to go ahead and squeeze those knees into that ball. Take a deep breath. We're going to lift. We're going to set the hands gently behind the head and just support a little bit. We want to drop the tailbone. So we don't want to be tucking just yet. We want to keep the tailbone heavy. Lower abs are pulled flat, like there's a nice seat belt there. The ropes are probably going to hit your knees. So give that ball a squeeze. Pull those abs down. Inhale. Extend the legs out with your breath in and squeeze, exhale. So you're deflating the ball, deflating the lower belly. Inhale, exhale. Keep that chest rotated up towards those thighs. So this is opposite to our normal. Our normal breath is exhale the legs away. Inhale. And 3. Keep that ball nice and tight the whole time. 2. Feel those inner thighs the whole time. Hold it. We're going to squeeze. 2. Chest up. 3. Try not to pull on the head. You have that apple under your chin. You're not cramming it down. 4, 3, 2. Hold. Lower belly in, knees in. Now, squeeze, tilt, down. Squeeze, tilt, drop the hips. This is not a big lift. It's just a little tuck. You're using those lower belly muscles right here to engage and scoop those abs out to lift the hips. And 5, exhale. 4, not a hop, it's a curl. 3, Curl that tailbone, 2 and 1, and release the head down. Good. Maybe release those inner thighs just a little bit. You should be feeling those. All right, then back to tabletop. We're going to go ahead and lift head, neck, chest. Drop those hips. So we don't want to be in this position. Drop it, chest up. Squeeze that ball back into that inner thigh contraction. We're going to extend the legs out. Exhale, inhale up. Squeeze the ball, bend the knees. Press it out. When your legs go out now, you are exhaling and you're really holding that lower belly in so the back isn't moving in that lower back area. 3. Balls tight the whole time. 2. Your inner thighs might be quivering. Hold it, chest up. Get those ribs heavy. Bend and squeeze the ball. Toes to the ceiling, straighten those legs and squeeze the legs down. We're squeezing the ball. Abs come deeper as the legs get lower. Try to keep those back ribs heavy. 4. Tighten that ball. Make it an oval. 3. Really deflate it. 2. Come about halfway down with those legs straight. Hold. Lift your chest. Make sure you're not pulling on your head. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4. Abs in 5, 6, 8. Now turn the legs in, and we've got 10, 9, 7, 6. Chest up. Support your head gently. 3, 2, and oh boy, we should be feeling those legs. Let's put that ball back to the side. Soles of the feet come together, knees open. And just be gentle. If it's feeling a little intense, maybe put your hands on the outside of the legs. And if you want more intensity, you can put your hands on the inside and just press those knees out. Try to relax into that upper body. And let's hold the ropes. We're going to open up those legs. Maybe rock a little side to side. Be careful with those inner thighs. If it's too intense, again, legs can come a little closer. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Leg center. Good. Let's pull down on those ropes. Get those hamstrings to stretch a little bit. Bend one knee. Pull down on the leg that's straight. Both press up and then switch. And then knees in. Good. We're going to put those right loops away. We're going to take both loops off of your feet. And we're going to go ahead and take that short loop into the left hand. All right. Right hand's going to stack on top. Knees are going to come up and they're going to tilt right. You're going to try to keep your right ribs and right shoulder anchoring you on the mat. Your lift is at the hip. Inhale. Pull to your hip. You're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Legs extend. And knees in, lay back. Good. And breathe. 3. Try to get those legs pretty low. You're reaching right down to the left hip. 2. Both legs are going to stay closed together. Now hold the legs out there. Hand stays at your hip. Right hand again back behind the head. The knees come in. Keep reaching for that foot bar. We're going to go out with the legs and inhale them in. Tabletop and out. The knees are still tilted towards the right shoulder. 4. Again, that pause is going to make you work a little harder here. 3. Keep pressing. Unshrug the shoulder. 2. So it's not creeping into the ear. Extend, bend, and release it back. Good. Peg that strap. Make sure your hips and shoulders are back into the center. Grab the right loop. Sink that right arm into the shoulder socket so it feels heavy in the back. We're going to stack that left hand on top of right. Knees come up to that tabletop. Knees are together. Knees tilt to the left. Right hip is up. Take that breath. Prepare. Arm goes down. Head, neck, shoulders lift. And legs extend to the left side of the foot bar. And lay back. Inhale. Arm down. Reach, pause. And lay back with control. And keep that right shoulder as your anchor. Maybe your legs are having to come a little closer to center if you're feeling like you're going to roll off. Breathe. Let's go. Exhale. 3. Exhale on those toes. 2. Blow out on those toes. Hold it. Left hand behind the head. Knees in. Press that right hand to the foot bar. Legs out. In. Keep the knees tilted. 5. Right shoulder's touching the mat. 4, pull it down. 3, use those obliques. Press 2, inhale. Last time, bend, release. And let's peg your strap. Very good, you guys. Okay, hands on those pegs. Let's go left ankle over right knee. Maybe bring those knees in just a little bit for that figure 4 stretch. And then we'll set the foot down and rotate the knees over to the left side of the room. Arms open wide. Feel that nice stretch on the obliques. Front of the chest. One more deep breath. And then grab those pegs, pull the belly button in and roll, exhale, center. Change your ankle cross. Knees roll over to the right. And then open up those arms. Try to get that left shoulder to anchor you. Let your ribs sink, let your chest sink. And then grab those pegs, tummy in, exhale, center, and then maybe lift that foot off because we did that on the other side. Feel that hip stretch. And then uncross, knees in. And let's come on up, you guys. Very nice job. Come on up. All right. And we're going to drop it down to a blue spring. And we're going to get our boxes out. So let's put our boxes on lengthwise. And we are going to sit facing the foot bar. All right. So long box. And we're going to hug the end of the box right up to those shoulder pads. And we're going to pick up one of those weights. So we may decide that we want a lighter pair. I'm going to grab a lighter pair now and put it to the side of my box. So I'm going to grab some 3s and stick them on the sides. All right. So we've got 2 different sets of weights. And we're going to take a seat. We're going to hold on to one of those weights. And we can always swap it down to the lighter set. If you have shoulder injuries or you know that your shoulders have a little bit of issues, I would probably use a yellow spring, maybe a long yellow that's set on the button. I'm going to try a blue. And if you're a man, you may try a red or maybe a red or a blue yellow. So blue yellow will be our 3/4 setting. A red would be a full setting. So I'm going to go half with that blue spring. We're going to grab that left strap. We're going to have the creases of our knees right at the edge of the box, and our feet are dangling right into the springs. I'm going to do long strap. We're going to go ahead and grab that loop with the left hand, and we're going to grab the weight with the right. We're going to sit up really tall as if we had a wall behind us, and we're going to kind of pull those heels back. So we're in a chair position here. Abs are going to make sure you're centered and squared off in the front. We're going to press out with an exhale, arms both extending, and inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, tummy in, and bend. Again, adjust if you need to. If you need a lighter weight for your hand, do that. If you need a lighter spring setting, do that. You could always scoot towards the back of the box to make that strap arm a little bit less intense. 2. Now we're going to hold 1. Shoulders are down, chest up. We're going to open that weight to the right, back into center. Abs are in. Inhale, bend both arms. Reach it out. Hold the left arm still. Drop that left shoulder. Arm goes right with the weight, back to center. You can always have your weights and arms lower. I'm going to show lower. This is going to be a little less intense. We're going to go inhale, exhale, up at shoulder level. It's going to be a little bit harder. 3, inhale, chest is up, shoulders down, shoulders set. 2, look to the direction of your weight. Last time, open, center, bend, and release. Good. Should feel fairly intense. We're going to go ahead and swap out. So that loop goes back. We'll change the weight to the other hand. So just bending and extending to start. Chest is up, palms are up. Squeeze both hands like you're holding a weight with the right hand as well. And extend. And finish tall. Elbows bend and straighten. Press out. Again, out lower is going to be less intense. And smooth. 4, exhale. Shoulders down, chest up. 3. And 2. And we're going to hold one. Left arm goes open, back to center, and try to keep even. You're going to go 5. Too intense, you can bring those arms down. You can take the weight off completely as well. 4, lower, little less intense, chest up, belly button in. 3, follow that weight with your eyes. 2, inhale, exhale. Last time, pressing it out, opening, breathe, back to center, and finish bent arms, nice and tall. Good, you guys, let's release that. Let's go ahead and put that loop down. Now we're gonna turn and face the street. We're gonna move that ball into the well. And again, weights are available, lower weights are a nice option. So we're gonna grab this strap. Blue is nice. Scooting towards your foot bar is gonna make your weight a little bit heavier on that strap arm. So we're gonna start with the weight here, holding it with both hands, chest is up. Now, further out from your chest is gonna be harder, a little bit tighter into the chest is going to be a little bit easier. So I'm gonna start about halfway. I'm gonna rotate towards my ropes, and I'm gonna exhale, twist around to my springs. Belly in, feel that wall behind you, and then lift up and around. Keep that weight away if you can. 6, shoulders down. Try to keep those hips even. 5, belly button in. 4, shoulders down, rotate. 3, hearts lifting to the ceiling, up to the sky. 2, one more time. And release. Very good. Okay, we should be feeling that extra work with this weight. I'm gonna walk around. You are welcome to just pivot, and we're gonna face the back wall. Take your weight with you, and we're gonna grab that strap. I like my short loop. Shoulders are down, back is straight. We're gonna grab that weight with both hands. That loop is in the right hand. Chest is up, belly button in. Inhale to your rope. Your whole upper body is gonna twist around that belly button. So head, chest, ribs, exhale to your foot bar. Keep that weight out there. Lift those ribs out of those hips. Inhale to the right, towards the ropes. Exhale to the foot bar. 4 more. Lift and rotate. 4, heart to the ceiling. Shoulders down the back. 3, 2, last time. 1, and release. Let's peg that loop. Very nice, you guys. Okay, we're gonna put our weight down. And good. I am going to move my weights so they're on my headrest. And we're gonna lay flat, but we're gonna do a spring change first. So let's come on up. We're gonna add a little bit of weight just to keep the carriage still. So let's set up for the exercise that we're gonna do after this. So I'm gonna do a red and a blue. Most of you will be doing a red and a yellow or just a red. So red, blue is going to be quite heavy. That's going to be for some glute work after we're done with our back work. So we can always adjust. So let's go ahead and lay down on our stomach with our head to our ropes and kind of adjust so your upper chest is off the box and your lower chest or lower ribs are on the box. So let's start with a little stretch. We're going to press down on the frame, lift the chest, pull your tummy up and lift the heart forward, maybe even pulling along the frame just a little bit. Try to get those shoulders back and then lay back down. Good. We're going to inhale, lift and press. Belly in, chest forward. Good. And then let's lay back down. We are going to grab our weights. So again, those other weights are there. If we find that this is too heavy, we can always pick those other weights up. So we're going to grab weights. We're going to start with our arms down outside the frame with those palms facing in. I know it's nice to keep the legs on the foot bar, but we are going to lift them to work those back muscles. So belly button in. Take a breath to prepare. We're going to reach those weights back to our hips, lifting up through the chest, tummy in. Press the pubic bone into the box and lower down. The chest can kind of come down, a little head down. And then head lifts, weights lift, reach for your foot bar with those hands. And we're squeezing through the back of the arms and into the back. And let's go. Abs in 6, and pull those shoulders back. 5. You can do this no weights. You're still going to be working the back of the body. 5. So too intense, go down to no weights. 4. Belly in. Think of that belly button drawing up into that spine. 3. Legs stay lifted off that foot bar the whole time. 2. And with our last one, we're going to reach those hands back and hold it. Little pulses. Look at the floor. Chest is up. 6. Tummy in. 5. Draw the belly button up. 4. Little pulses. 3, 2, 1. And release. Maybe put your hands on the frame and lift up. Alrighty. A little bit of tricep work here. We're going to keep the heart level with the hips. Legs are up. If this bothers your back, guys, cross those ankles. You can always press those hips and thighs down into the box and protect the lower back a little bit this way. I'm going to send legs out and off the foot bar. Elbows are going to squeeze, biceps and elbows squeeze into the side of the box. And we're going to press the arms straight back and bend. So only the lower arm is moving. The upper arm is stationary. Get the shoulders out of the neck. We're looking straight down at the floor. We're going to go 6 more. 6, belly button in. 5, draw those abs up away from the box. 4, see if you can pull those shoulder blades together right at the center of the back. 2, 1, and release. Good. Hands back to the frame. Lift up. Nice deep breath. Whew. Good. Just maybe shake it out a little bit. Put those weights down. Good. We're going to press back. So I'm going to put my foot down and we're going to bring the knees forward. Maybe you're doing this on the floor. You can kind of do a cat stretch with your feet on the ground and your hands on the box, or you can do your cat stretch here right on top. Tucking the tailbone, dropping the head, and then send the chest forward and the tailbone back. Breathe. And round, arching towards the ceiling, belly button up. And exhale, tailbone back, chest forward, belly in. And round one more time. And then walk those knees back a little bit. We're going to take that left hand, twist stretch. Really pressing on that forearm to get the rotation. And center. And switch. And breathe. And center. And very nice, you guys. Good job. Okay, let's take a seat. Seat and do a little stretch. We're going to reach one arm up and over. Get that opposite hip nice and heavy, and other side. And good. All right, let's go ahead and put the box away. And let's use our lighter weights now. So I'm going to put my heavier ones down on the ground. And I'm going to move that ball out of the way. And we're going to be doing some standing leg work. So we're going to go ahead and pick up those weights. Again, if it's too intense with the weights, you're welcome to lose the weight. So we're going to go ahead and kneel with our right knee on the carriage and our left foot on the ground. Now, when we look down at that left foot, it should the knees should be about even. So let's check our springs. We have a red and then another spring. One red is fine. I like to add a little bit more. I'm going to be honest. I like a red and a yellow, or a red and a blue. So what we're going to do is try to stand up. Using balance, you're going to have your leg away from the machine. If you need a little assistance, just hug that leg in. That standing leg is going to kind of squeeze into that frame. So let's start standing up. We're going to go ahead and have that left arm out. Chest is up. We're going to be pressing through that right foot, and then we're going to switch the arms. So when the foot is back, the arm is forward. So left arm out, deep breath in. We're going to bend and hinge, press, and stand up. Now, if you need the foot bar, you can do this. You can touch. Good. Let's go 6. You can always just hold the foot bar. 5, and skip the weights. 4, shoulders down. 3, really bend. 2, now 1. We're going to hold the weights here like a tray, and we're going to do little pulses with that right leg. Shoulders down, chest up. 8, 7, 6, shoulders down, 5, lift your tummy, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way out, back in, and stand up. Very nice. Okay, we're going to step forward just a touch. That left leg can stay as it is. We're going to rotate that right knee and toes to the center. So we've turned out just a little bit. Now we're going to stay low on this one. Inhale, chest up, left arm starts out, right hand is to the hip, and you're going to push. The knee stays turned out, push. If you need to, leave one hand on the foot bar. Good. 5, 4, tummy in, 3, square those hips off, 2, 1. Now halfway in, again, pause, shoulders down, pulse. The knee is rotated to the center of the machine, shoulders down, and 6, 5, 4, low, 3 on that standing leg, 2, all the way out. Woohoo! Should be getting your heart rate up. Let's do the other side. Okay, so right foot on the floor, left foot up against that shoulder pad. We're going to set the knee down. We're going to check those knees, make sure they're pretty much even. Maybe hugging that right leg into the frame. Maybe we stepped away a little bit, so we're practicing balance. We're going to lift that left knee, start up straight, right arm out. We're going to be doing a little locomotive action here. So right arm out, chest up, inhale, press and extend. If it's too heavy, guys, just step forward a little bit. 8, we're trying not to slam the machine in. 7, 6, I'm going to step forward a little bit. 5, stand up, tilt over. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold halfway in with that left leg, shoulders down, pulses. Lift the heart, abs are in. 7, 6, 5, shoulders down. 4, chest up. 3, belly up under the rib cage. 2, and out. Woohoo! Okay, we're going to leave the right leg as is. We're going to just rotate that knee towards the left, towards the center of your machine. We're going to stay low on that standing leg. That's going to really work that right hip. Right arm out, chest up, and press. Left leg, left arm, left leg, left arm, and stay low. And we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway in, pause it, pulse, make sure the knee is open. 6, 5, 4, 3, chest up. 2, all the way out. And nice job, you guys. Okay, we are done with those weights. So let's put them to the side so we remember to wash them. And we're going to sit down. Whew, much deserved break. 2 red springs. And if you're a guy, maybe do another spring, maybe a blue one. If you like it a little heavier, just a little bit, you're going to go 2 reds and a yellow. All right, we're going to lay down. Whew, I'm winded. Let's press out. And it doesn't matter if your heels or toes are on the foot bar. We're going to pull that left knee in and just hold here for a second. And then the knee is going to roll across the body, left arm out. I'm into my stretches today. And bring that knee and hip center. And let's go ahead, switch legs. Other knee in. Hold it, get that pelvis flat. Roll the knee across, and then open that right arm out. Hold. And then knee center. And then come back in. All right, we get legs in the loops. So our treat, we're going to press out and put those long straps on our feet. Okay, we're going to send those heels out. So pelvis heavy, arms are heavy. Relax the chest and shoulders. We're just doing a little frog here. We're going to bend and press and bend and press And we got a lot of inner thighs earlier, so I don't think we need to do too much more. Maybe no more. And 2. Practice keeping those pelvises flat. Now we're going to Russian dancer. So we're going to bend one, open one. And keep those hips as still as you can. Maybe check what's happening with the pelvis by putting your hands right on the bones of that pelvis so you're not tilting. And we're using those low core muscles to keep the pelvis from rocking. Let's go 4. Inhale. 2. We're going to hold 1. So one leg is out, one knee is open. Even out those hips. Relax. If it's too intense, maybe hold the ropes or press out on a bent knee. Or maybe let it go. And then push away out to the foot bar. Switch which leg is bent, which leg is swept out. Breathe. Again, check that pelvis, make sure it's nice and even. And let's push out. And we're going to do leg circles. Let's go 8. So up, open circle around. Relax through the center of your chest. As the legs rise, think about pulling the tailbone and hips into the mat to get that nice stretch. And keep that pelvis in neutral, that lower back in neutral. And 3. And 2. And let's change directions. 8. I should say like 15, since this is most people's favorite part of Pilates. 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And let's leave those legs open. Hold those ropes. Legs up to the ceiling, knees down into your chest. Give your knees a little squeeze here. Maybe rock a little bit. And then soles of the feet together, knees open, and just press on those knees a little bit. Knees center, and let's lift those feet out of those loops. We'll peg those straps. Let's come up to one side. Nice work, everybody. We're going to do one red spring. So take it down to whatever you had. We're going to do one single red. We're going to ease lunge. Let's do a little side stretch first. So check that foot bar. We're going to give it a little pull. We're going to step back towards the shoulder pads. My inside leg, my right leg, is going to be over my left. And I'm going to pull on that bar and pull those hips back away from my foot bar, really letting my tailbone lift. Chest sink down. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe feeling some stretch in the shoulders, maybe the chest. And then step forward. We're going to grab that left ankle. And if this isn't available to you, maybe put that left foot up on the carriage and press the hips forward. Good. And let's ease lunge. So left foot front on the ground, right foot presses you out, and just hold that stretch. Maybe try to push that foot bar away, lifting up through the chest. Do what feels good for you. You can go way out, lean forward. You can lift up. Try to get those hips to square off. And then let's come in and we're going to do the other side. So walking around. We'll start with that side stretch, pulling away from the foot bar. So hold the bar. My inside, my frame leg, left leg over right. We're going to pull those hips back towards the door, towards the right corner of the room. Let your chest drop, head drop. Breathe into that stretch. Good. Shift forward, and we're going to step forward with the left, holding that foot bar. We're going to grab the right ankle and press forward. Again, the right foot can go on the frame and press the hips forward if that works better for your legs. Lift up through the heart. You want to practice your balance. And then let's put that foot down. We're going to switch to the left heel up against the shoulder pad, press that carriage out. And square off, breathe. Good. Sliding forward, we're going to rotate and put both feet on the ground, reach up. Good. Let's pull those elbows back, squeeze between the shoulder blades, tummy is pulled in, and then relax those arms and rotate. 3, 2, 1, other way, and 3, 2, and 1. Reach up, deep breath in, you guys, and we are all finished. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great class.